Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, welcome back to Ravenport. And guess what? Patch 1.3 just came out about a couple hours ago. I've already tried a couple things to see how things are going. The good news for our farm, the BGA prices seem to have been fixed. Luckily, I was still, when I ended recording and ended fertilizing all the fields, it was still like 10 o'clock at night. And I was like, well, how am I going to try the BGA? Then I remembered, if I clean the cows, I can get some silage. So I got about 2,000 liters of silage, came over to the BGA, plopped it in there, and I got pretty close to $700, which was pretty close from my calculations, the amount of liters I put in. So the price at the BGA are correct now. So we are getting $360 like we should. So now we don't have to wait for the barn prices to go. We won't just get the $200 that we would have gotten before. So yeah, $360. And now we can probably also sell our manure and our liquid slurry here if we wanted to. I mean, look at the pigs. They got 70,000 liters of manure, 90,000 liters of slurry we could sell here. Yes, I know I could use that as fertilizer, but at those prices, I'd rather just use artificial fertilizer. The cows got 177,000 liters and 125,000 liters. So, yeah, that is step number one. The BGA prices have been fixed. Also, as you probably know, I play with the G27 Logitech steering wheel. Patch 1.3 has fixed my steering wheel pretty darn good, just like it was in 17. The RTC is working, return to center. The spring is bringing the steering wheel right back to center now. Yeah, I've been playing well since this game came out. My steering wheel wouldn't go back to center. It steers wonderfully. Now I was going to get used to driving the ways of old. Yeah, so that's going to take a while to get used to. The other thing that has been fixed, and a couple people have already posted, oh, it doesn't work. Well, some people just don't like to test things. This is on the Giants forums. So now when you do landscaping, the grass, you can place the grass back down. Now, what I will show you here is what some people are probably doing. Oh, and it brought me all the way to the horses. Let me rotate it like this. We'll do it down here because that way I got room to do it. So we'll zoom on down here. Alright, we'll zoom on in. No, that's ground type. I want to do this. So, when you're sculpting the land, you can see it's deleting the grass. And this is where a lot of people are saying it does not work. So when you do landscaping, your grass is going to disappear like it did before. What you have to do is go back into painting, select grass, and then there you go. You can see the grass is back on the fields. Now this does work if you previously have sculpted land somewhere. All you have to do is go back into painting, put the grass back down, and boom, you have your grass once again. So that works just fine. Just know that anytime... No, escape. There we go. So just know that if you do landscaping, sculpting, it will get rid of your grass. You just have to paint the grass back in. I missed a couple spots here. So that does work just fine. You know, you don't have to... that mod I was using, the grass patch mod, you kind of don't need that anymore. Also, what you won't need anymore in patch 1.3. By the way, right now, patch 1.3, sorry all Mac users and console users, it's only for Windows users. Don't ask me why, but that's I'm just bringing the info. So if you go up here to our Massey Ferguson, which is the BGA, the vehicle fruit HUD is now standard in the game. So let's hop into our Massey Ferguson. The first thing we're going to do today is we're going to clean out the animals, because excuse me, now what I've done on the farm since the last episode is, yes, we weeded all the fields. I fertilized all the fields except for the sugar beet. Not because I didn't want to fertilize it. So like most other crops, when it hits the first growth stage, you don't need narrow tires, crop destruction, not a thing. Well, with a root crop, apparently stage 1 is crop destruction. Luckily I noticed it before I set my worker off too far. So if we go here, this is where I was sending my tractor and spreader to fertilize the field, and boom, you can see the sugar beets are gone from that corner. So I could not put a second stage of fertilizer on it. Yes, you can say, well, put narrow tires on your tractor and spreader. The spreaders we got do not do narrow tires. But we do have a solution. I still have the sprayer from the early days of Ravenport here, still in the shed down by the chicken farm. So we can spray the field. I'm just going to have to use this Massey Ferguson here. And wow, look at the mess the pigs are doing. Yes, the Massey Ferguson, will put some narrow tires on it. Get the sprayer, put it some liquid fertilizer in there. And we'll come down here and we'll put a second stage on this. Wow, the pigs, they filled my bucket. So you can see I don't have the modded fruit hub anymore. I completely deleted that, and this is the bottom right hand corner. What you're seeing is the in-game HUD display now. So it shows pig food and the amount of liters you got in there, the percentage filled. That is part of the game now. Another mod I'm trying that also came out today as I'm recording this is what do they call it? It's not real dirt mod, but the dirtiness mod. I know I'm butchering that, but basically what the mod does is, so like every time you get the tractor dirty, it's going to get dirty to what you're using. So if you're spreading lime on a field, your tires are going to turn white. If you're doing a lot of grass work, cutting grass, your tires are going to turn green. It's not just going to be just plain dirt. And that is a mod put out on the Giants website. So when you load in the game, go to mods, it's right in there. It just got released today. And by the way, I'm recording this on a Friday. What's Friday? I know it's Friday. But it's the 8th. I had no idea what day of the month it was. It's the 8th. No. Pick up all the grass, please. So I am kind of curious by the amount of food the pigs left down. I don't know how many pigs we got now. And yes, the steering wheel, wow, it's going to take me probably an episode or so before I get used to having the steering wheel just go right back to center by itself. You probably saw earlier because I was in here, we're up to 46 pigs per. So now that they're fully clean, the productivity at 99%, every 3.5 hours we're getting 4 pigs. Yeah, we're going to be selling pigs pretty darn soon. Sooner than I thought for sure. Now there's been a few other patches and fixes in the update, but I just kind of went over the major ones that I think most people would be concerned about. They did some price fixing or adjustments, which at the BGA, I think before at the BGA, that the manure and slurry also sold for $3.60 per 1,000, and now it's like in half, which seems more right to me than before. I thought that was a really good price before. I'm like, wow, that's really good. So we're probably going to sell the manure and maybe not the slurry just yet, but we'll sell the manure at the BGA, get some cash coming in. And of course, you know, I'm not mentioning that at midnight we lost money because of loan, because we don't have one. Yeah, you heard me. If you saw last episode, or was it last episode? Yeah, we don't have a loan. The loan's gone. The loan's history. That's our money right there. It's in that corner. So the only thing we're losing money on, well, not, I hate to say losing, the only thing we're paying at midnight is the horse helper, which is pretty close to $10,000. But we do have 32 horses that he's taking care of. Alright, so it's time to head on down to the chicken farm We'll clean out the chickens, see how they're doing. I didn't check on the sheep to see what their wool pallets look like, but that's what the message center is for. Anyways, I'm going to head on down the chickens. We'll clean them out. I'll put narrow tires on this thing, and we'll grab the sprayer. I have no idea what's in that sprayer. I don't know if it's herbicide or what, but we need to put liquid fertilizer in there and come out and spray the sugar beet field. It's kind of weird that this chicken coop, I'll have to see what the other coop looks like, but it seems like their feed is all going into one pile. I don't know, maybe there's not just as messy as the other chickens? I have no idea. I also probably should, I just reminded myself here that I also sold the wool in between episodes. We had about 34,000 liters of wool in the harvester. The price peaked out at $2,600 per. So I got pretty close to 86 grand from selling the wool. So that's why I just remembered, like, maybe I think we ended the episode on 300,000. Yeah, see, this chicken coop has like 2 piles of feed. The other one only has 1. I wonder why that is. I got the same amount of chickens in both. Whatever. It's not like I can't make more wheat, barley, or whatever for the chickens. I also need to grab the man truck that's behind us that's got some straw in it. So you can see they're producing eggs pretty well. I would say we probably got, what, 20,000 liters of eggs sitting inside the square, plus the other pallets as well. So for now, that needs to be there. No, that's the wrong button. That's the correct button. We'll drop off our weight. And then I gotta move the subsoiler. That's gonna take a I'm not used to the steering wheel now going back to center on its own. It feels really, really weird. You do something for, wow, it's 2.5 months now since 19 came out. Liquid fertilizer. Good. I'll just have to go to the store and we'll top it off after I put narrow tires on the tractor. Oh, when I go put narrow tires on this, I think everything's going to come off this tractor. Now the other thing that's going to irritate me is I probably have to take everything off because watch, it won't register the tractor. It'll register like the bucket or the front loader or the sprayer. Hey, wow, everything's going in my favor right now. Nope, 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 no again, no. There we go. Make sure it's at 0. Customize, yes. Alright, so nothing is on, so we'll just hit bam, 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 everything back on the way it should be. Alright, so before I forget, and I've already forgotten a few times, what is the price of straw at the barn? 85. So that's good. It's not the best, but it's good. Yep, I am attached. Alright, the way I left it. On up to the barn. So now, which I'm kind of glad because the cornfield is just about ready to be cut in the chaff once again. So when that is ready, the price at the BGA, far as I know, does not fluctuate. The BGA price is the BGA price. It's always going to be $360. Plus, we'll get liquid digestate out of it, so we can go back to spray and digestate on our fields and get some free fertilizer out of it. That's why we bought that sprayer a long time ago before I realized, hey, we're not getting $360 per 1,000, we're only getting $200. That's getting screwed. Yeah, so now we're not getting screwed as much. I shouldn't say we're not getting screwed at all, really. The price is the price is. If I sell it there now, that's just me being stupid. But this extra income is good because come tomorrow, the sugar beets are going to be ready, and we got to spend $600,000 on a harvester and a header. Now, yes, I know I could lease it or not buy the biggest one going. But if you watch me on the Pacific Northwest in 17 and now this series here, I don't really like doing the leasing thing. Unless I know it's just a one-off, then I'll lease. But other than that, I'd rather just buy the stuff. Because I'm still not sure. I'm actively looking for the next map for a Let's Play. There are some maps out there that caught my interest, and then after watching it, it's been like, yeah, okay, maybe not. I'm still waiting for that one that really catches my eye. Plus, we got a little unfinished business here to do in Ravenport, so we may just have like a couple weeks left of Ravenport. Somewhere around there. So, you know, I may only buy one more field, harvest that. And depending on the map, I'm not quite sure yet how I want to start the new map. I don't know if I want to sell this stuff and take the money, but really I can't do it like I did on the Northwest, where we just sell everything, and of course now we can sell land. I think at this point, if I just sold everything that we own along with the land, we're going to have millions of dollars, and starting a series with millions of dollars seems kind of too easy, so I'm not quite sure how I want to do it just yet. Do I also want to start a new series and start from scratch and have the bison harvester all over again? I'm not sure about that. So you, sir, you can be parked in here. You're washed. You're good to go. We'll leave the man truck here for now. So I need to grab the Massey Ferguson, head to the store. I'm going to get that full of liquid fertilizer, and hopefully that'll be more than enough to do that field down there, but I forgot how fast it uses liquid fertilizer, but we'll find out. I'll wait to the sugar beet field and we'll start fertilizing. Alright, store, how have you been? Fertilizing tank, it's 2,000 liters. Expensive stuff. Now, the only thing about this fruit HUD I just noticed is it doesn't tell you the capacity of the equipment that you have. But I'm guessing this only holds 1,000 liters? Or just over? $1,300. Kind of. Well, the thing is, this is also made with a front tank, and I don't have the front tank. But we'll go on up. We need to fertilize that sugar beet field. I mean, it is our field. Our pigs are going to require some sugar beet within a few days, especially for how fast they're reproducing. I mean, we'll just say every 4 hours. I mean, that's, let's see, 6 times 4. That's 24 pigs a day now we're gathering here. Yeah, that's a lot of pigs. Don't you even think about brake checking me, dude. Are all the cars white now? 3 cars in front of me white. The car behind me is white. The car that's past this is white. Are they all white? That's not really white. That's like a sky blue. Oh, there's a red car. Never mind. They're not all white. I said nothing. Now this won't destroy the crops, right? Just checking, right? Make sure. Just making sure. Haha. You know, I was just thinking like, oh, I got the GPS mod. Let me put this on GPS, and that way I can drive in straight lines. I don't have GPS on this tractor. So now we're getting our second stage of fertilizer on the sugar beet field. So far, my opinions on beta patch 1.3 is looking pretty darn good. pretty darn good. I like the fixes. They fixed the landscaping, which is, I think, to me more important than the BGA fix. These are just my opinions because it's what I desire or needed. But the BGA fix was like second on my list when I saw them. Like, oh yes, thank you for that. Not that I didn't mind driving to the barn and getting like $300,000 every time. It's just that the BGA is like right there. Now the only I don't want to say negative side about the BGA is the BGA can only take 50,000 liters at a time. But the good thing about the BGA, the price is always going to be $360. But let me get fertilizing on this field for a while. Yeah, because we're doing a whopping 5 miles an hour here. Probably because my sprayer needs to be repaired. And I think usually the spray's around 6 or 7. But yeah, it's going to take a while. And I think I'm going to probably have to go back to the store and top off the tank probably once. But yeah, I'll bring it back when we're just about done. Well, I decided to put that sprayer on a worker. Because, well, I was my driving. Not just my driving, but I figured, you know, that's going to take a while anyways. And I think I want to get started on selling this stuff. The manure. So let's hop into our belt system here. Bring it right on around. I don't know if there's a capacity on the base game when it comes to the manures and the slurries or whatever. I don't think there used to be, but better be safe than sorry. And plus, it's just money sitting there. And I would really like to have, well, I would really like to have the money. So, hop back in here. Turn that on. And then, I already got my truck over here. You can see our beautiful maize field, which is not too far off from getting ready to be cut into chaff once again. I'll probably start doing that job at the end of the episode. Now the pig's manure and slurry and the cow's slurry we're going to keep in there. We're just selling the manure for today, which is going to be a couple, should be 2 loads anyways. But I forgot, is it 160, 180? 180. Still a pretty darn good price. But also if we go in here, I can show you that all of our fields are weeded and fully fertilized. I know I missed a couple spots here, but I also been wondering if anyone, I know I mentioned before, has anyone had issues with the cotton running over the destruction of the cotton crops and then replanting like I've been having? And if so, I wonder if that was fixed, if that's a Giants thing or a me thing. I don't know. Why did you... Really? Alright, we can fix this. We can fix it. But we should have 2 truckloads here, but like I said, the BGA can only handle 50,000 liters at a time. Already the pit's starting to look better. I would say the truck is now full. And it's too bad I can't also landscape this corner here. But it is what it is. It's too close to the road for me to do any landscaping. 90,000 liters of manure going to the BGA. And the corn, just before our eyes, has turned to the final growth stage, so that's kind of ready to be turned into chaff. But that can wait. I don't mind if I do it in the final growth stage or the first harvest stage. It doesn't bother me too much. What does bother me is the brakes kind of failed me there. I wonder... do we get a meter now anywhere? No, I don't want the chainsaw. We put the HUD. Is there a meter anywhere at the BGA? Still no meter anywhere at the BGA to let us know how much we have here for digestate. As we know, it only holds 800,000 liters. I guess it's not a thing yet. Before, all the cars were white. Now they're all sky blue. It's almost like they're running in packs. But anyways, our fertilizer, or liquid fertilizer, has run out. Almost made it to the end, so I'm not going to have to buy another ICB container. This should actually take the rest of it. That's going to be more than enough for what we need. Now, I think I did mention this about a month ago, that Logitech and Giant Software have formed a partnership. So I wonder if that's why the steering wheel is working so much better. But now I got to get used back to the old ways. And also, a viewer also commented that maybe I should try spraying some herbicide down to eliminate the weeds. Now, I was planning on doing that pretty soon, actually. Because I was wondering if the herbicide would eliminate weeds for like 2 harvest cycles instead of just one when we use the weeder. But now with patch 1.3 here, I think I'm going to have to wait until I replant crops again and see if it comes right back. And if the weeds come back during the next cycle of crops that we do, then maybe the crops after that will spray some herbicide down and see if that will eliminate the problem. So I got the worker going down here. He should turn around, come up. When he gets right about here, he's going to turn off and say, we're done. But that'll leave all of our fields fully fertilized, weeded. They don't need lime or plow. None of that. This field will definitely need plowing after we harvest it. Sugar beets is one of those you got to plow after every time you harvest. And you can see the sugar beets have even grown an extra stage, so they might even be ready by the end of the day, but we won't get there. So the wool, the sheep are producing their wool as normally would, so we got a good amount. We got like 40, 50,000 some odd liters of wool sitting here. The price of wool, though, kind of sucks right now. Isn't that right? So now with the new landscaping, what I may do is I got to start thinking about, do I want to do some landscaping in here? This is some wild grass, though. I mean, the grass is about is taller than the sheep. Yeah, I may want to do like little tiny dirt paths in here, a little bit here and there, like the sheep are walking over the same kind of terrain. And then, of course, I want to do something around here, around the pig pen and the sheep pasture a little bit, so our truck can go around. Obviously, I need pass in and out. A truck with that much weight on it is not going to want to drive in that much dirt. But when I was originally driving the sprayer, which is only like 2 rows, and I finally gave up on it, I started doing math in my head about the sheep. The pigs. Here we go again. I'm calling the pig sheep. In 3 days, this will be a full pen, because we're just about at 200 sheep right now. Here we go again. 200 sheep. Really, Peanut? It's not that hard. They're pigs. They're right in front of you. So we're just about at 200 pigs. The pen only holds 300, and we're getting like 30 per day. So in like 3 days, 3 to 4 days, this will be a full pen. I need to check on getting an animal trailer, only because the one we have is this one right here. It only holds 12 pigs, I plan on selling 100 pigs. I don't feel like taking 10 trips back and forth. This one right here holds 36. I mean, if I have to go with this one, I do. I've seen some modern ones out there, and I don't see anything different. But I was also curious when I came in here. I'm like, oh, did they allow us to transport chickens? And this is the in-game trailer, and no chickens, no chickens, and no chickens. So apparently chicken transportation is not a thing. The modded ones I haven't updated. So, well, this is on the Giants mod system, so that would have updated by itself. This one here, no, doesn't take chickens either. So I don't know. I want to get a modded one because I would just sell the trailer that we have, and get a modded one that holds, 30 or so pigs. But I also wanted to do horses as well. I have multiple things of the same equipment that we don't need. So our worker finished and just left it. But at least it left the tractor right here for us to take. So luckily I remembered that I had the sprayer. I was trying to figure out ways. I'm like, I guess I could lease the spreader, the smaller spreader, and put narrow tires on it. And I was like, hey, stupid, you got a sprayer, don't you? Or did I sell that? And nope, we still have it. So yes, in 3 days, we'll probably sell 100 pigs, which would be $100,000 because they sell for $1,000 a piece. And we don't need to buy some because that's what pigs do. They reproduce. That's their production for us. All right, so the sprayer. Where do I put the sprayer? Probably going to keep the sprayer around here. Only because sugar beet's about the only thing I'm going to really use it for. I mean, I guess I could use it for herbicide in the future. But for now, I think we'll just park it somewhere. I'll find a place for it. Finally emptying off the trailer with manure. Because I need the trailer to put chaff in from the cornfield right behind us. So I just speed up time just a little bit to speed up the process along. I need the trailer more so to get the cornfield emptied so we can start compacting it and cover it, blah, blah, blah. And, because see, it's 9 o'clock. I could actually start selling silage today. Or, excuse me, late in the evening. Just to help us get some more cash. Just so that when the morning, tomorrow comes, we can buy our sugar beet harvester. We will have enough cash anyways because the horses will be sold tomorrow. So it's not like I would have to take out a loan. So yeah, we won't have to take out a loan or anything like that, but I just want to be able to buy the harvester before I do the horses. So I can take the $800,000 and we can buy field number 11, which is growing now. What are they doing with that field? Wheat. That's a lot of wheat. That's a lot of straw. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't want to buy field 13 because it's got corn in it. So, field 4 and 5 don't have nothing in it. How much do those fields go for? I think they're $800,000, right? Just to, yeah, 810 for that one. And I'm sure this one's more. Well, 811, not much more. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll venture out just a little bit further. I don't know, but what I do know, that maybe what I'll do for the first time doing this field here, it's going to be a lot of trips. I don't know. I'm going to try to do a time lapse on doing this whole field because I really don't show us doing the cornfield much. I showed it once, I think. Not much. I split it up, or I show you the beginnings as I cut off the episode, or I start the episode by me finishing doing the field. It's a lot of maintenance to do this because trying to keep up with a harvester in the holding tank can be a little bit of fun. But hopefully now with the new steering wheel fixed, maybe I can drive better and I can get back to the harvester before it fills up. But we shall see as we do a time lapse. I'll see how long the time lapse is. I'll just cut it. I'll try to make it look good as best I can. So I'll see you when we just about finish with doing some chaff. Well, the timing has gone rather well on this cycle of making chaff today. I think only once the helper had to stop because his tank got full, and that was when I was making the second row of chaff. Now sometimes when I start making the second row of chaff, I can still sneak by the second row between the second row of chaff and the wall, so I can drive up alongside it and then back up a little bit. And sometimes I had to do like I did today. I don't know if you saw in the time lapse if you were paying attention, but I tried it, I got stuck, I had to back up and then go the other end of the bunker and back all the way up, which, you know, cost me some time fiddling around figuring that out. If I just back up from the beginning, I probably would have got to the combine before it got full, but hey, he's only had to stop once. That's all good. I'm hoping we got our 1,064,000 liters of chaff. If not, then that determines what goes in the field next. If we do get our total, then corn goes right back in. And if we don't, then we plant something that we could use, either for the animals or to sell. Actually, how much are we at now here? Oh, okay, so we're already over 1 million liters, so that's a good sign. So it looks like corn will be the corn will be replanted right back into the field. And he's all done. Well, the corn will go back in after it gets plowed. And I don't think it needs lime, so I think we just put some lime in it last time. Now, the only thing we may do differently is I was thinking we may actually have enough slurry between the cows and the pigs and a little bit of BG8 to maybe spray slurry on this field instead of just fertilizer. But I would do that before we plow it. Now, a great sub has sent me over a plow to try to use. I'll show it to you, but I'm not going to use it only for the reason of, as far as from what he said, he's not going to put it on, what am I looking for here? I gotta go this way, that's why. It's not going to be on any website. It's supposed to be like a private mod, so I would hate to use it and show it to him like, oh, this is a great mod, but by the way, you can't use it. That's the only reason why I'm not going to use it. But it looks like he put together this three plows and a full down. The requirements are pretty good, better than what we... No. Wait, no. Sorry, I want to hit back. So you can see the working width is 13.5 meters. Ours is 8. The speed on that is 13. Ours is 17. But our horsepower is 420, and this requires 260. So, yeah, it's a lot better. So that plow looks nothing more than the subsoiler. That is subsoilers. I know I'm looking right at it. There we go. So basically, it's this subsoiler here with one on each side of it is what it is. Which is, it's a pretty good mod, pretty good idea. I kind of like it. That's the reason why I'm showing it to you here just to, because I appreciate you sending me in the mod, and I'm looking at it. It looks like it's a mod that's very nicely used, but I just don't feel like I probably should try using it, only because all the viewers out there may say, well, that's a great mod, I'd like to use it. And I'd be going to say, guess what? As far as I know, it's not going to be on any modded site. So if he chooses to upload the mod, I'll be happy to show it in working detail. Because it's definitely going to do a better job than what our plow... Well, our plow does a fine job. But the horsepower requirement, I think, is off on that one, as we have seen. Alright, there we go. Am I in the wall? No, so I'm not stuck in the wall. Come on, I shut the door. There we go. And hop back into our truck. Oh, the engine's still running. Perfect. Yeah, so what does our field need anything other than to be plowed? No, so the truck can get right back on the plow. I'm not going to hook up the New Holland, but the New Holland can use the plow. It doesn't reach the max speed. Not that the truck can get the plow to usually reach max speed unless it's going downhill. I just don't want to use New Holland because it seems to wear and tear on the New Holland pretty good. Maybe I'll have to buy the T9 New Holland to haul the plow around. The New Holland's actually going to be kind of busy in here. The New Holland's going to be the one compacting this chaff into lovely silage. Alright, so what I'm going to do now before I get everything going is we're going to bring this back on over to the cows. Load up with manure. Sell all the manure. Well, I can't sell all of it now because the BGA only takes so much at a time. That's good, Peanut. Just, yep, hit the belt system and drag it. Am I not over? Probably the truck needs to be pulled forward a bit, be my guess. Or maybe the belt is extended too far. Now that I'm lined up and can see. Now it's weird. It looks like the cow's production... Well, the truck took almost all the manure. Just what's left on the belt, which is usually about 3,000 liters. We'll get that going at the BGA, sell this. We'll get them, good income at midnight. Whatever the total is, I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head. I'm going to say probably 30 grand worth of manure we're selling here. Not just in this trailer, but in both trailers combined. And Peanut, you gotta learn to hit the brakes a lot sooner than that when you're hauling 90,000 liters of manure. Alright, now let's go over it. We'll grab the New Holland. We'll get that sucker going on compacting that chaff. And I may use the John Deere to start spraying the field with some slurry, but I may not do that until the start of the next episode. Let me actually enter the silo pit from this side, because that way when it goes on and it pushes the chaff around, I won't push any out, hopefully. That's right. Take your $350,000 tractor and get airborne with it. Now what I usually do, even though Courseplay should have no problem doing it, I'm going to try to get it somewhat flat. So that way I don't have no problems with the tractor going kilter, which with Courseplay it doesn't. But with the New Holland and the wheel weights on it, it should compact it in no time. And it seems like it's no time when you're not the one doing it. When you're the one sitting here going back and forth, it seems like forever. Oh, so I didn't see our total. Hey, 1,064,000 ish. Alright. Right click. No course loaded. Put it on that. Start course recording. You drive forward and make sure you come up short, like right about there. Hit reverse. Hit stop, and then you try it out. Okay, this is something new. I did just download the updated Courseplay. What's the arrow for? Start at nearest waypoint, first waypoint. Well, what I'm thinking, why am I still sitting in the tractor? Interesting. Let's close that out, close that out. Am I still in the tractor? Apparently I am. My guess is, since 1.3 just barely came out, even though I got the latest Courseplay, my guess is Courseplay is probably not compatible with 1.3, be my guess, because yeah, apparently I'm still sitting in the tractor. That's my character. New Holland hat, sunglasses, green plaid t-shirt. Yeah, so yeah, I'll leave that there for now, and I'll see if there's an update to Courseplay within the next few hours or so, and I'll have that compacted at some point, hopefully sometime soon. So I think I'm going to have to end the episode there. But I do think, though, we're going to spray that field with some slurry. Where are we here? So slurry, they got enough slurry to do the field. And the cows definitely have enough slurry to do the field. You don't have 87,000 liters there. That's a lie, because I took it all. It just hasn't updated yet. So I think we'll spread some slurry on the cornfield to start next episode. Hopefully, if Courseplay doesn't seem to be compatible with 1.3 yet, then I'll have to do this, which, okay. That's fine. That's fine. But really, is there a rush? We don't need the money. I kind of need the money. I want the sugar beet harvester. But you know what I'm saying. So yeah, we'll probably start next episode by spraying some slurry in the field. Then we get our truck to plow in the field. And of course, we'll seed the field. And then we'll zoom ahead the rest of the day, probably to the next day, to where all of our fields are ready. And then we'll have tons of cash because we're going to have to sell the horse. Before I say that, is that right? Is that the horses tomorrow? Yes, tomorrow. They're at 95% now, so tomorrow they'll be full, ready to go. Of course, our other horses will be halfway there. Yeah, I want to also look for a mod for the pigs, to transport the pigs, because, yeah, we're up to 47 apiece now. Every 3 hours we're getting 4 pigs. That's 32 pigs a day now we're going to get. So, yeah, in 3 days' time, that pen is going to be full. So this will be the point, because like I said, the pen can hold 300. I'm going to sell 100. So that means when I finish selling off the pigs, every 3 days it'll go from 200 to 300. So every 3 days I'll get $100,000 from the pigs. So the pigs are profitable as long as you can feed them. So I mean, yeah, you're going to need all this to feed them all this stuff. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Patch 1.3 for Windows users is out. The landscaping, the grass you can plant grass or paint grass, however you want to look at it. Steering wheel fixed. My steering wheel is fixed for the G27. Thank you for that. I got to get used to that again. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, the BGA. Yeah, duh. The BGA prices are reset. So the prices that you see are the prices that you're going to get. So yeah, I gotta go see if Courseplay has been updated to 1.3 yet, or if that's even out there. Who knows? I don't know. But that's gonna do it for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time in Ravenport. But until then, have a good one.